Well, good morning and welcome to another session of Cooking with Dave. Today we are going to prepare chicken noodle soup. And we're going to start off by first preparing the chicken with some vegetables. Let that simmer for about 30 to 45 minutes. After that is done, then I will remove the pot from the stove, take out the chicken, and then strain out the broth. And then when the chicken is cool, debone it, and then start the next part of preparing the soup, which will be my second video for the day. So to start with, I have 2 pounds of chicken. It's chicken thighs with skin on, bone in, about 2 pounds of chicken. I've got 2 carrots that I will cut up, 3 stalks of celery that I will put into my soup, little bit of green pepper. I've never used green pepper before, but I thought it might add some additional good flavors to it. I'm going to put in a couple of bay leaves, some thyme, salt and pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder. So, as my stock is beginning to warm up here, we will get started. The stock is made from turkey left over from Thanksgiving after cutting all the meat off the carcass. Put the carcass into a couple of Dutch ovens, covered them with water, and set that to boil for a while in order to make the broth. I added some vegetables at that time also, about the same type I'm adding today to this, so that should really increase the flavor and make it good. The vegetables I start off with are rough cut. The vegetables I finally put into the soup will be cut a little bit finer, and I will saute those before putting them into the soup. So let's get started. If I can stand up here, that will be a great accomplishment. So first, we're going to add the 4 chicken breasts into the stock. And always, after touching raw meat, you need to wash your hands so that you don't cross-contaminate anything. So, cross-contaminate, is that the right terminology? I'm not sure, but anyway, it's a good practice to wash your hands after touching raw meat. Okay, now we'll get going with the vegetables. I've got my 2 carrots here. I'll put them on my cutting board. Just cut off the end of that one. There we go. The knife set I'm using is one of my favorite knife sets, and it was given to me as a present from my sister-in-law Mickey and her husband, my brother-in-law Lynn. So thank you for these wonderful knives you have given me. Now I put the carrots in. Now I'm going to add the celery and just cut that up very coarse. Throw that in. Okay, the other stalk of celery. And this will just add flavoring. All these vegetables come out in the straining process. Okay, the red pepper, which I've never tried before, so we'll see how that works. I like to experiment as I cook. Oh, one more stalk of celery. There we go. Okay. There's all the vegetables in there. Now, this will be a very short video preparing this. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of pepper in. There was pepper put in originally with the stock when I cooked up the turkey carcass, so we'll just put a little bit in. A little bit of salt. Now the recipe I looked up said use 2 bay leaves, so I'm going to put in 2 bay leaves. There we go. It said I use some fresh thyme. I don't have fresh thyme, so I'm going to use a little bit of thyme here, and I'm putting in about that much thyme. I always measure using my palm of my hand, so we'll put that in. Now the final ingredient is garlic powder. I don't trust myself just measuring it out by eyeball. So it says 1/4 teaspoon equals about 1 garlic clove. So I'm going to just put in 1/4 teaspoon. Okay, there we go. We're going to stir this up a little bit now. Well, a wooden spoon always works good, so we're just going to stir this up, make sure everything is down in there. And as I said, going to bring this to a boil. And then after I bring it to a boil, I'm going to let it simmer for about 20 minutes. I will put the cover on the pot as it simmers so that I don't lose any of this chicken stock as it evaporates out of here, which it's prone to do. So that's the first cooking lesson on making chicken soup, preparing the chicken with the vegetables and broth. And always use homemade broth, whether you use it from chicken stock or turkey stock, by boiling the carcass. It's always much better than canned broth. So until I come back again with my next video for making the soup, so long and good appetite from Dave.